Hey, what up, guys? Welcome back to the Fastest 3 Minutes. Week 9 was a tough one with a lot of teams being on byes, but here's the thing. There's no bye week for the Fastest 3 Minutes. With that being said, let's go. In our first game of the week, we had the Nerf Herders jumping on the team bus for a short trip down to Buckstown. Both teams cruised into this one sitting at 3-5, and these boys came out swinging. Todd Gurley II, people forget that, came out swinging first in this battle, grabbing 2 touchdowns and 23 points. AP All-Day Peterson pounded the Niners 37 times for a $159, and Travis Kelce snatched 16 points to lead the Herd to a firm 97 points. Joe Buck was not impressed. T.Y. Hilton went bananas for 32, and Marvin Jones added 26 Monday to lead Joe Buck to a league-leading 136 points this week. Bang! Joe Buck is showing some signs of life at 4-5, and the Herders are losing valuable games as they fall to 3-6. Game 2 on paper heavily favored the top team of the East, TDMP, over fresh line of Frankie's Hair. TDMP comes in at 7-1, and Frankie's Hair at 2-6. Drew Brees led fresh line with 18 points, and Jacksonville jagged the Bengals for 14. But that's about it for this struggling team. 6 players from fresh line scored 5 or less points and left no match for TDMP. Dack that ass up, Jared Cook and Craig Zerline started to curry as they stomped fresh line 116-61. Another sad year for fresh line as he slips to 2-7, and TDMP cannot be stopped at 8-1. In Game 3, we had the new look, same record Titanic falling down the stairs to the basement to see I Still Live with My Parents. The Titanic is taking a lot of water at 2-6, and Zach P comes in trying to get over the 500 bump at 4-4. Robbie Anderson struck the end zone again to give Parents the early lead with 12. Doug Baldwin goes for 108 and a touchdown, and Carlo Hyde pummeled the Cards for 17 points. Cam Newton dabbed his way to 20 points, and Julius Tommys tallied up 17 of his own for the Titanic. Kelvin Benjamin and Jarrell Adams jumped ship and fumble! Jonathan Stewart ate too much popcorn as he came in with a whopping negative 1.9. Parents puts another hole in the boat as he bombards the ship 88-69. Nice! Oh boy, the Titanic slides to 2-7, and Parents is contending at 5-4. In Game 4, we saw the surging Fresh Points at 5-3, coming back home to face OMG, who stumbles in at 3-5. Russell Congrats on the Sex Wilson was the only one who did much for Fresh Points, as he scored 25, and the points were stale for the rest of the club. OMG didn't have blue balls this week. He got Kamara out of Kamara as he fucks the Bucks for 28. The Winswagon hit the gas for 25, and OMG gets off for once as he blasted Bel Air 120-86. OMG sits at 4-5, and Fresh Points gets a heat check and goes to 5-4. Our 5th game was an altercation on First Street as male pattern baldness squares off against the Lynch Mob. MPB is looking strong at 6-2, and the Lynch Mob is sitting on the fence at 4-4. Elshon Jeffrey continues his onslaught with 23 big points for MPB, followed by 19 from Alex Smith, and a sneaky pickup Kenyon Drake supplied 13 of his own. The Lynch Mob didn't have much to counter with. The Flying Hawaiian, Marcus Mariota, and Golden Tater Tot Tate combined for 30, and that was about it. The Mob left a lot of talent on the bench as they get dubbed by Baldness 93-54. Joe is showing signs of hair loss as he goes to 4-5, and MPB jumps to 7-2. In our final game, this week's Game of the Week, sponsored by Health Street Paternity Tests. Whether you don't think it's yours or you're trying to figure out who's your daddy, head down to Health Street and tell them I sent you and get your first one on me. Speaking of who's your daddy, John comes into this contest at 6-2 as he runs into Smoking Trash at 3-5. Trash came into this one desperate for a victory as they're somehow still in the playoff mix, and Hoosier looks like he has the second spot locked up in the East. Jared Mask Goff stunts on the Giants for 4 touchdowns and 28 points. Duke Hopkins doesn't give a shit who's that quarterback as he's still got 17, and the surprising Saints defense has a stellar 19 for Hoosier. Trash's Ty God Taylor started the flame early on Thursday as he tossed for 2 and ran for 1 as he goes for 26. Christian McCaffrey, Julio Jones, and Ted Ginn added fuel to the fire on Sunday, and Amir Abdullah sealed the upset on Monday as Smoking Trash pulls it off to stay relevant in the West, 94-89. Hey, buys or not, Week 9 was another fun one. Thank you all for tuning in. I want to be the first to wish you good luck in Week 10. I'm going to send you off into your Saturday vibing to this. Love ya.
Keep my hands on myself.